Morning YouTubers, and welcome back to Allotment Diggers. Today we're just going to be doing a video on the onions. I'm going to show you the sequence of clips in a bit. We'll start off by showing you what onions we're going to be putting in. Then we're going to go to preparing the beds for the onions. Then I'll show you a few clips of me putting the onions in, and what we do to stop everything from Ollie, the cats, the foxes, and the birds from completely wrecking your bed once you've done it all. So like I said, we've got a sequence of videos now what we're going to put together, so check this out and we'll be right back.
We've got a couple of bags of this Verve multi-purpose, and we're going to spread it around this bed here now. Might get some rain, so I'm just wondering, do I need to dampen it down? I think we will. Well, that's pretty much done. We will level it out and come back in a bit and show it all leveled out. 2 inches deep of compost, and then it's another 4 inches deep of more compost, and then another 4 inches deep of horse manure and chicken manure. There's bloodfish and bone put in there. There's some potash put in there. Basically, this bed has had the business done to it, and I'm just going to put a net over it now to stop the cats from doing their business all over it. This is the netting we're going to use. It's 4 meters by 2 meters. So let's get the camera up there. That's where we're going to be. We're going to fasten it up there and then pull it down this way. It's going to take a lot of faffing about, I assure you. You probably see me curse once or twice, so I bite thy ears. Yep. Keep the little rodents off and the cats and the foxes. Works every time, this, guys. Been doing it for the last, oh good God, 5-6 years. Suppose the only true way to test it is to come back tomorrow and to see if there's any footprints in it. So all we've got to do now is push it down. Push it down to cat's height, and you won't see a cat in 100 miles of this net. But, yeah, believe me, it does work, this, guys. It keeps the cats off. It's well worth doing. So there we go. That's on there now. You might not be able to see it, but I can guarantee you, them bloody cats, they ate it. And we'll be back tomorrow to test the fairy out. I'm sure it'll be okay. And then we'll start planting his onions into this bed. And then we'll start thinking about getting either the bed in front sorted out, the front of this one. There's not much you can really do because we've still got stuff in there, but yeah, we'll probably put the garlic in that one. Otherwise we might stick the garlic in this one here next to the turnips, the Swedes, and there's some more beetroot there. We could potentially start doing it. If you look at, you can't really see in that bed as well. There's a net over that bed, but you can't see a single footprint in that bed. But in the ones what are behind these two beds here, there's no nets on them, and well, they're completely covered in little footprints. But yeah, put nets on your beds and you will get rid of all the little cats and foxes. And they won't, they can't get in there to do the little number 2s in your beds as well. But yeah, so we've got this bed all prepared now, so we're halfway there, getting the onions sorted. So let's move on and probably come back and do the onions now. Well, tomorrow, but to you it'll be like now. Okay, these are the onions we're going to be putting in today. Some nice onions there, aren't there? These are the white onion. Again, these are red, and these are yellow onion. So where we're going to put them are in the new bed that we've just put the compost in. So I'm not going to mess about. We're going to start off by getting these in now. So I'm going to get down there and set the camera up. I'm hoping I'm going to be able to get a few in before it starts raining. So let's crack on and I'll be right back. We're just removing the mesh so we can put the onions in. Since we put the mesh on there, the last 2 days there's not been a single footprint in this bed. Just goes to show that the mesh really works. Now what we're using here is this, we use it all the time to do as onions. I think we're going to go with the white ones for the time being. Put the white ones in first. So each one of these, spin the camera down, each one's every 6 inches. So all we're doing, one here, one there,
And we do that all the way along until we have any. We've got none. And if I time this right, it's going to be raining in about half an hour or so. So, might have to get away without actually watering them. Now wouldn't that be cool? I just have to go around past the camera. Just plant them down to the tip. There is a right way and a wrong way to do it. Just make sure that's the root end, it's the top, that way down. There we go, so those 2 rows already done. That's how easy it is to put your onions in. Move that further along. And that to there. We'll do 2 more rows, then I'll leave it. I'll come back when I've done it all. Each time I put one in, I inspect it to make sure they're okay. There's nothing untoward, any diseases on them. If there is, out they come. So there you go, 4 rows done and dusted. So I'm just going to continue now, and I'm just going to continue going along the line, and be right back after we've done them all. Well, we've finally got the onions in. I would have liked to have got the yellow skins in, but we didn't have enough room for them. We managed to get the white skins in. We did 150 odd of them, and we done 130 red skins, so we've got about 280 in total in that bed. We'll stick another the yellow skins probably in the bed adjoining it there. We won't be doing it today because I need to add some compost to that. And obviously we've not added none just yet, so when we do, we will be adding the yellow skins to it, which won't be long because we ain't got much time really to get them in. They need to get off to a good start as soon as possible really. This bed has been left like that for the last few days, and the cats haven't walked on it or done anything like that because of the netting what's down on it. So I've got to emphasise, when you're putting your onions in, net them over. Stops the birds from lifting them up, and it keeps the cats from digging them up basically, and the foxes doing the same thing. So this bed is ready to go. This will be coming, we'll keep an eye on this through the winter months. And next thing is the yellow skins. So unfortunately we couldn't do the yellow skins today, but we've got 2/3 done. That's the main thing. Well, a good thing about this car, you can slide the compost straight off and straight into the barrel, and it's got a cracking boot on it. And yeah, we've got some verve here. We're going to be finishing one of the beds off today.
and yeah, that's what we're going to be doing, so I'll be right back. Well, this is the bed that we're going to be sorting out today. Just take some of the compost out before I start tipping it out, makes it easy to carry. Makes it a bit lighter. Probably empty another bag into this in a minute. Yeah, we do this. We compact it down, makes it easy when we put in the onions in. Okay, so pretty much this bed's been dressed, so what we need to do now is start planting the onions, the yellow skins. So I'm going to set the camera up in a better position than where it is. You get a bit of an idea of what we're doing in this bed. So I'll be right back. Okay, we've got the camera set up. These are the yellow skins that we're going to be doing today, and they're a fair size too. Probably hear me girls banging there. That's my chickens, by the way. As we plant these, we're going to be checking. I'm only going to do a couple of rows and I'll show you when I've done it all. Right. These onions are all set 6 inches apart. Simple as that. Then we move it along 6 inches and start repeating the process. So what we're going to do, obviously we're going to continue this until we've got all the onions in. Yeah, it's a bit of a fiddly task to do this, but once you get in a rhythm, it's plain sailing really. Just make sure the tips are just sticking out, everything else below ground. So there we go, we put 4 rows in, so I'll be back when I've done them all, okay? Just a few more over there now and that's it. So that's it. There's 170 odd onions in there. Yellow skins. So what we're going to do now, put the net back over and give them a good watering, and basically forget about them for the next 5 months. Obviously, if it doesn't rain today, we'll give them another watering later on tonight. But yeah, that's it. 171 there. We've got about 160 white skins and about 100 or so red skins. So as you can see, we're just going to put the nets back over them now. Yeah, put the net over them and then we'll water them then. All the net's doing, believe it or not, is just keeping the cats and birds off for now. So there we go. Job's a good one. Let's get the water and water them in. Let's water all these in now. Same time, dampen the soil down. Stop it blowing away. There we go. All done. All that will do is stop all the soil from blowing away. So the onions are in.
So there you go, all done and dusted. The white and the red skins, they went in first obviously, but we needed more compost to do the other bed, so that one's done now. It's got all the yellow skins in, and I've got about 300 onions in there, I suppose. All winter onions, all Japanese winter onions, like I say, red, white and yellow skins. So all we can do now is hope that we don't get torrential rain at the start of the year. That's what basically destroys your onions and your garlic. That's what happened this year anyway. Not too bad if we get a few frosts and snow, really hard frosts, but one thing we don't need is lots and lots of rain like we've had this year, because it just kills the alliums. It rots the leaves go rot into the onion just rots from the inside. So we're hoping that ain't going to happen again this year. Never 2 years are the same on this allotment, so hopefully it might be a bit better. In the video you see me preparing the beds, but you didn't see me. I think if you go back a couple of episodes, you see me actually throwing the horse manure and the chicken manure and all the potash and what have you into them. It was just top dressing them to do them today. But yeah, the onions are all nice and tucked up in the beds, and we've got the nets over them. The nets are a dual purpose. First it stops the birds from pulling the buggers out, and then it stops the cats and foxes from digging the beds up. The cat will not walk on the nets. It gets in the claws. They get tangled in it, and the cats on here have learned that to avoid them like the death, and that's why we put nets on. And once the onions start to come up, then we lift the nets up. The cats again, they will not go into the beds then because they feel trapped, and the foxes won't go in. And I've actually noticed, I've witnessed the foxes and the cats walking round rather than walking through. So it makes perfect sense to put nets on your beds. And this little bugger here, I'm going to show you now, is a culprit, and he walks on the beds when the nets ain't there.
There's a little tearaway there. I caught him with a mouse in his mouth yesterday, and he's doing nothing whatsoever, no harm whatsoever. The fireworks don't seem to affect him, but yeah, what is a very good hunter, I tell you. I couldn't believe it. Every time I see him, he's got a mouse in his mouth. Just unfortunately, I didn't have the camera with me yesterday when he was biting into it. He took it somewhere and must have ate it. And he's the one that walks on my beds, but he won't walk on my beds when I've got the nets on. He walks round the paths. Lovely cat. And there he goes.
So yeah, we've got plenty of cats like that on here, and that cat in particular is a fantastic mouser. Every time I see him, he's got a mouse in his mouth. Don't know what he does with him, but 90% of the time I see him, he's got a mouse in his mouth, so he keeps the mice down on here. That's a good thing. And I bet he has a few birds as well, a little bugger. But he will walk across your bed if you got no net on. But if you got a net on it, he'll stop and then he'll walk round the paths. So it's always wise to put nets on your beds. I was looking at watching not Nigel, Sean's of the Art channel the other day. He's got big holes in his beds there where the foxes have been digging. Well, nets on them, them foxes won't dig there no more. So there you go, Sean. But yeah, he's going to take some fill in them beds as well. I was trying to calculate just how much I reckon, how much soil, how many of these 50 litre bags that he would need to fill his raised bed, and I reckon it's going to be something like 30 bags. He might get 20 or so in it now, but he will need another 10 bags to fill it up, because what will happen is them beds will the soil start to compact. I did something similar last year, put the compost in and the beds just went just sunk. So I had to basically add the same amount back in again. Absolutely incredible how much them beds take. And they're fairly high. I didn't get the height of the actual bed itself. But yeah, I reckon about coming up to 30 bags of compost and 50 litre bags. And apparently I think he's got 12, 10, I'm not too sure how many beds he's got. I should be paying more attention. But what I was more interested in is how they all went together. Pretty cool idea that. That company who actually do them. Tad expensive for me, but if you want them to last, I suppose, you buy something which is substantial and it'll last a long time. What I would have done with them particular beds, I would have put some plastic on the inside and then put the compost in on top of it. Simple fact. Obviously over the months, what will happen is the water will start to leach out the sides and they might look a mess. They might be wrong, I don't know, but I would have stapled some plastic sheets along the sides, not at the bottom, just the sides, just to stop the seepage coming out. But yeah, it's a lovely plot, and obviously Sean's got lots of plans there, and if you don't know Sean of the Alt channel, why not go and check him out? I'm sure everybody knows Sean. He's got Facebook groups, and he's got websites and stuff like that. Just go over there and have a look what he's doing. He's doing some really good things at the moment. And yeah, that's it really for this one. I don't want to drag it out like we did the last one. I want to try to keep them under an hour. But yeah, we've got the pumpkin reveal coming up very shortly. Can't wait to weigh that. We actually went and bought some scales. I've only paid a couple of quid on the car boot, but they work because I tested them. I'm not going to tell you how heavy I am, because I'll be giving it away, but it's an unlucky number. Stone. Anyhow, that gives you some idea. But yeah, I'm a 5'11", so it sort of works it out right. But that's another one what's going to be coming up very shortly. And then we've got even worse. Well, say worse. It was worse for me having to do it. But we've got a bed there. What we had to get this certain plant out, and it took over the plant. It took over the raised bed, and I've never seen a root system anything like it in my life. But that's another video coming up real soon. So this is it. That's it for this one. I hope you enjoyed me putting the onions in. Like I say, let me know when you put yours in, or are you going to be putting yours in. I think there's still a bit more time yet to get your onions outside, and so good luck with that if you ain't already done it, and I'll see you all in the next one. See you guys. Right, let's go and sort this other bed out. Oh dear.